Hello! Good evening! It's me, the Netherlad! Welcome again to a hopefully interesting stream of Identity Shattered, a Chronicles of Darkness game run by my good friend Alvarans. My good Alvarans friend? My good friend Alvarans. I will be joining my friends in the Discord in just a moment. Just some quick announcements. First off, there is a Discord server that I am running with my friends Kamesy and Sunberry. I will also put that emote only off. Good to know beforehand. Yeah. Another thing, I have a community guide, The Chaos, 9 days left and only 8k to go, I believe. So if you want to hear me read a poem out loud from the 1920s, then feel free to donate some points, some copper pieces. And also there is let's see. There is content warning for Chronicles of Darkness. It is a somewhat darker game, so feel free to tune out if that is something you are not comfortable with. No hard feelings. And with that, let me join the group.
Newest
Hello,
drivers
group.
for it, and it was like, no.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, welcome back.
Thank you.
We're talking about the strenuous task of having to deal with trying to stream with Elgato.
I see. I have one of those, yes.
Yeah. I ended up having to get older drivers for it
Oh, really?
manually for some reason. Yeah, it was.
Oh.
And even then, it took fiddling to get it to even work at all.
Odd.
I spent like 3 days fiddling with that shit.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
one.
that's my
What do you
story.
use your Elgato with?
Switch and PS4.
I use
Or
Switch.
if you mean the streaming
I specifically meant consoles, so yeah.
Oh yeah. But Switch and PS4.
Nice.
Alright. Okay, I have rulebooks up if necessary. I have the sheets up that I need. I think I'm ready because I have my notes in my lap and my pencils. Alright. Is everyone else ready?
I believe so, for myself at least.
Okay.
About as ready as I'll ever be.
It is good to have you here again.
Aw, aren't you sweet as pie?
Since everyone's here, it is a good time to welcome him back, at least for now.
That sounds
So
ominous.
welcome back, Ghost. Well,
I'm
you never
dying.
know.
Hmm.
You never know. Other things might come up, or things might get busy again.
Hmm.
And then, yeah. With that in mind, so you guys were a bit stealthy outside of a strip club as you watched for vampires for a few hours, getting snacks and generally talking, looking at some really fucking weird birds. Things kind of started going a bit haywire, where a couple of vampires tried to ambush you in said alley before a couple of the bigwigs came by with charisma turning invisible and everyone else running to hide. However, it turns out that some vampires might have other types of senses, and they saw the invisible charisma, who then turned into a giant sunblast before...
They did not see charisma, they sniffed charisma.
Oh, gross.
Something. If he dies, I'll tell you guys what he did. But yeah. So everyone ended up running,
Mm-hmm.
tailing eventually the vampires to what appears to be their club of choice before sneaking in rather successfully and Leo turning on his fear aura because of fuck this shit and heading back to heading through inside.
Hmm.
You guys made it through a force of fear, strangely not running into many of any guards, and made it to a large door. And as you guys were reaching out to turn the door, we'll address why there weren't many guards. So we'll go ahead and get that started. Toto,
As you know.
what are you doing that the guards currently have their attention on you for?
So, yeah, Toei, not a very conspicuous lad. It kind of just walked into this place, and he thinks back. He doesn't remember how he got in, but he knows that he has this piece of paper, and he has to try to find everything on it, and he's kind of just like getting annoyed as he looks down and he wonders, what the hell is the tooth of a hunter? And he kind of just wanders around, not really bothering to stop at any of the security checks. Not so much shoving people out of his way, but kind of just nonchalantly just moving past them. Just kind of looking around, confused.
Okay. So you've probably gone up at a flight of stairs and you find some doors and some rooms there. And as you've gone up the flight of stairs, you hear voices behind you. Sir, you're not supposed to be back here.
Where am I supposed to be?
You could be up front with the with the club, or you could be anywhere else, but you can't be here.
I was already there. The stuff I'm looking for isn't there.
That sounds like a personal problem, sir. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Toby continues to go up the stairs.
All right. And then the other people start chasing Toby.
What do you got? Get
You
away
gotta
from
get-
me!
They try to grab you.
Please don't do that.
So we'll go ahead and give them a basic pool here. What are you trying to do in response to them trying to grab you to escort you out of?
So these are security guards. I'm guessing they're not doing it gently.
No, they are not doing it gently.
Okay.
They do not go gentle into that dark night.
Nope.
Hmm.
Can we not? Like, I'm not gonna be here long. We don't have to do this.
So what are you planning on doing in response? They are not listening to you anymore.
Okay. So he's just gonna kind of shove the one that grabs him, and it's going to be a very hard shove.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength athletics check with your bonus,
Okay.
which I think is however many dots you have in that.
Oh boy. All right.
And you have to beat one success.
All right. Let's see if I can. I could pull a weasel.
Weasels are cute.
I don't think I did it.
No. So you just like shove him back. Do you do it as hard as you can, or?
Hard enough.
Okay. Into a wall or behind you?
I was going up the stairs. I imagined they were behind. Yeah, no, he just went down the stairs.
Okay. So this guard goes flying backwards to the stairs, and the people start pulling guns on you. Are you planning on running, or?
So they're pulling guns.
Yep.
Oh, he runs.
Okay. So now that we have that established, Leo, as Alex and Karosmo are behind you, you are reaching for a door handle, and you twist it, pushing it open. As you open the door, what I need from you is on your sheet. I need you to go ahead and click Creeping Dread and roll that by itself 5 times.
Okay.
What we're
Just
doing
by
here, what we're doing here is called a Clash of Wills.
Uh-huh.
And generally speaking, what that is the certain creatures are going to roll against your pool here. And if they succeed, your power is less effective against them. It is because they also have general aura powers. So these guys is relatively simple. So 2 of these guys have a pool of 5. So they will do that. Submit. 1 success. I'll say that you win on that one because you're the aggravator. 1 success. Okay. And then we have this guy. His would be, in this case, give him this one. He's got to beat a 2. Oh, interesting. Okay. And then if these 2 people fail, I'm very disappointed in them.
Not upset, just disappointed.
Very disappointed.
The worst kind of
Yep,
punishment.
indeed.
Okay.
Papa?
Oh,
It's fine. Mm-hmm.
I'm concerned that there is such a thing like a stat as majesty.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's better for you.
Oh,
So-
you guys are in for it now.
Oh no.
As you guys step in, you see 2, you're guessing the other 2 Nosferatu that were there in the place. And where's the show to players button? That's annoying. There it is at the top. Yeah, okay, you don't want to open anymore. But let me go ahead and move you guys over here. In this office, this dark office in regards to things, the gentleman behind the desk is that individual. Did that work? Oh, I don't know if that popped up on your guys' screen.
Did.
It
For
did.
me anyways.
I can see it.
And then 2 of the individuals on the couch look familiar to 2 of you. Well, 1 of you at the moment, because the other one isn't quite in the door. There is this individual and this individual. And that last bald individual is the person that you were looking for, because I couldn't quite make someone horribly, horribly disgusting using that program.
Darn you,
But it was
artificial
fun to try anyway.
intelligence.
Okay. But yeah. So the hairy individual and 2 of the other vampires need to make a couple of checks. To remove that. Okay. Okay, that'll count, because that'll be more than that. I need to roll another one. Lots of checks, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
And then resolve and exposure for you. Okay. Alrighty. So, as you step in, you notice that it's kind of a very strange reaction. It's not exactly something that you're used to, Leo, as two of the individuals look at you as if they have no effect, that your ability has no effect on them, as there's kind of like this weird aura, the aura of menace just between these three people. It kind of just intensifies. Two of the other vampires, the weaker looking ones, look to be kind of struggling with something, but the hairy individual begins to shift and change. And if everyone would like to, I can go ahead and pull you guys onto that. Did that work? That did not work. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Everyone can kindly roll me some initiative. Your tokens are at the bottom. 2, 3, 4, 16. Okay.
If it's mine.
So that these two will go on the same one. 14.
Have we done this before?
We did it once. It's at the top of the dice roller. So if you click your token,
Oh,
just
shit,
at
yeah.
the bottom. Yep. Silence.
Also, tokens where did you say? Oh, top.
Bottom. Yep.
Hello.
And
They like 14s.
They do. Unfortunately.
you don't need to roll initiative, Leo. Actually, you go whenever you want.
Right, that's true. I had forgotten.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Speedy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gonzalez.
Would you like to go before me?
Toby, you as well.
Oh, okay. How do I do this?
So if you go down to the bottom, your token will be there. Click your token, roll initiative at the top of the dice roller. I don't mind the tokens being huge and intimidating, but so you would be here. You would probably be here.
It's telling me that a valid token wasn't selected.
Yeah, you have to have clicked your token in order for the initiative to add to the thing.
It's a thing for Roll20.
Mm-hmm.
That token's that square thing at the bottom with my name on it, right?
Correct, with your image of Toby.
It should be the only one you can select, so.
There you go. You got an 8 for the first one.
Okay,
Where is he?
not a clue.
It'd be added at the bottom.
I do not see him. That's fine. I can fix that though, because I can do this. I can go. Add. Okay, and then 8. There we go. Perfect. All right, we will do that for the moment. Okay.
May I ask where Toto is from?
Not Kansas, unfortunately.
Africa? Dun, 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 dun.
I know
Closer.
it's kind of difficult for you to see at the moment, Alex. Why don't you go ahead and roll me your preferred take a look around check at the beginning of your turn for free.
Okay. I guess no modifiers for this.
No. One success. It's kind of hard to see, but you definitely hear a familiar snarling sound.
And I do know he's here.
Yes, you do know he is here. Okay, is there anything else that you would like to do for the moment? The way that this is going to go is if you want to pass through Leo's fear aura, as long as Leo has it up, it will cause a clash of wills. If you beat Leo's will, then you'll be able to pass through unaffected.
Good thing I don't need to pass through it. I have range.
You do have range. You can, from the door, because the door, black door in there, you can see the smug-looking venture. Oh,
Very sorry about that.
no worries. You can see the smug venture-looking fuck on the other, just beyond Leo.
Okay. Can I like step into such a position where they can see me more?
Um,
Specifically, they can see me more.
um, you know what? Yeah, I'll go ahead and allow that.
Step out, try and look him dead in the eyes.
Go ahead and roll your another wits investigation check. This time with your bonus.
Modifier. 4 successes.
You're not going to get 4 clues about this, but
That's fine.
yeah, there is something different about him, as if there's some kind of for a very apt metaphor, some type of beast that's kind of in the driver's seat at the moment.
Probably looks familiar.
Yeah.
Alice is
Okay.
going to take that gun that he found earlier, take the bullets out, pop a few out of the I imagine it's a cartridge sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, pop a few bullets out of that and just hold them up. We've also looking at him saying, "Hi, Dad," and I'd like to take aim.
Okay. So you're gonna use your action to take aim this turn.
Yep.
Okay.
And the next turn, I'm gonna shoot him without a gun.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's not what I want. Is it this button? Excellent. Okay. Which, speaking of, it is Dad's turn. So what he's going to do is the shifting begins to take hold as he grows. What did I write down? He grows a tail, and his face begins to snarl as his hands extend into the large hooked claws. And he's going to attempt to, or he's going to believe that is his action this turn. So he is going to approach Leo, but he can't do anything else this turn. Okay. The Nosferatu takes a look over at the individual, and what I need you to do, Leo, is to roll another Clash of Wills. So I need you to, I think you can. So what I need you to do is, because of the way that this works, and he's initiating it this time, go ahead and roll another Creeping Dread. But because of certain things that you've grabbed that I've taken a look at, which I can explain later, I want you to add 5 to this roll.
The +5 or?
+5, yep.
Alright. Fair enough, I ain't complaining. I think.
Okay.
More dice is good.
5 successes? Oh, well, that didn't work out like I wanted it to. Why is that not? Okay, let me try that again. Okay, either way, it's still a failure. So, as you sit there and do it, he kind of takes a look at you, and that feeling of dread seems to concentrate over you, but you're used to dealing out your own this time. And for the first time, it's kind of somewhere between shock and curiosity as he stands up. Go ahead and roll for free. A wits investigation check. We'll read his body language to see what you can get on that. I think you have more dots than that anyway, Leo.
More than likely.
Mhm.
But that don't matter.
Nope. Okay. So he looks at the other two and he's like, please leave this intruder. And the other two are going to attempt to attack you in some form. I think they're going to try to grapple you and take you out, like physically remove you.
What did he end up saying?
He told the other two vampires to take you out,
Okay, fair enough.
to remove you.
Yep.
So they are going to make strength athletics checks. How would you like to respond to them trying to grab you?
Well, preferably I would like to, I don't know, somehow quote unquote turn them against one another, use the momentum from one to send them into the other.
Okay, go ahead and make a dexterity brawl check. This is going to be a check that they're both using against you at the same time. So just go ahead and make one, and you got to beat 3.
Do I get a +1 for my specialization?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
I'm willing to spend willpower for that.
Go
if
for
that
it.
works.
Yep. That's what it's there for.
Yep.
All right,
Yikes.
3 successes. So rather than sitting there and injuring, it's kind of a stalemate in regards to it. You are not captured, but at the same time, they are not injured. So it's kind of like a bunch of moving around as you expertly step around them effortlessly. Just let me know when you want to go, by the way, Leo. So okay.
Yeah. Still assessing.
Yep. So the Ventru looks over and he smiles at you, Alex. And what I need you to do is... Okay. I need you to roll a telekinesis check +5 against this individual.
+5. 3 successes.
Okay. He looks at you and which power does he want to use? That's the one that he wants to use. He's going to he becomes very, very distracting as he Alright. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm not gonna take that if that's the case. Okay. So
Yeah,
he
probably
looks.
not going to beat that with willpower.
Oh, I mean, you could. You could try it if you wanted to.
Yeah, but I also don't have much left.
That is fair. Conditions. This is what I want to look for. Okay. So he looks at you and he goes, "Ah, you are finally fine." Oh, okay. So what you feel is his presence, his overwhelming presence, comes over you. I need you to make a resolve +4 check.
Resolve
Uh-huh.
+4.
Before this takes place. Yep. This
3
is
successes.
manipulation plus his empathy, which is not good, surprisingly.
Who would have thought that vampires wouldn't be good at empathy?
Okay. So, as he says,
I could willpower that one, though.
You could.
I feel more confident about willpowering this one. But, of course, it fails me, because it always does.
And
Continue.
so, what happens is, as he kind of makes eye contact with you for a little bit, he goes, "You don't want to do anything you'll regret. Why don't you put those down?" And Alex, you have the enthralled condition, which I just sent to you.
Okay.
Okay. Leah, did you want to take your turn? Or do you still want to wait for something?
Uh, I'm just contemplating. I don't think Leo would notice that that's even getting to Alex, or if he does notice, I'm not sure he'd care. No, I think he's gonna want to move away from the two guys who tried to grapple him and try and go for the guy who gave that order instead.
Okay. There's no attacks of opportunity in this game, so you want to attack the Nosferatu in the background. Makes sense, makes sense. Okay, so... Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make your preferred fighting check -5, because you were in melee.
Is that an attack roll then?
Yes, that will be an attack roll.
Yeah.
And his defense is 5, so... Okay. You sock him very well in the jaw and kind of rubs it a little bit. It is kind of impressed. All right. But yeah. Okay, so that would be your turn. Charisma. There's 3 vampires standing near the doorway. One in the back ways a little bit, and there's at least one more. You're judging by the way that Leo blurred into the room over to the side. What would you like to do?
Did I notice any vampire in particular that did something to Alex?
Why don't you roll me a wits and occult check?
You may also have heard Alex call one dad.
That too.
Yeah. Wits occult. Oh, that's going to be a chance die.
You can preemptively spend willpower to make it just a wits check.
Let's just see. There we go. That's a 10. One success.
Wow. Excellent. There is something going on with Alex as like his attention turns very intently from this vampire that's harrying in the doorway, and he kind of like falters a little bit and begins to relax.
It's the hand holding the bullets is shaking.
Right. Seeing that happening, I want to pull out the taser that I made and aim it at the vampire that I believe did this.
You sure you want to use the taser? You can direct effects. You don't need to use aura. It would feel really, really good.
You are right. Feet apart, hold out my hands, again, like Iron Man style, and I will light up, aim it at the vampire.
And that one's going to be tied to your stuff, so I need you to make a bioluminescence dexterity check, please.
Okay, and that's... yeah. Wow! Oh, I'm... What?
You're still on chance.
Yeah, it's on
No,
chance.
I'm not!
Yeah, you are. It's got the 0 C on it.
I know it says that, but I am on normal roll.
It happened to me. You've watched it happen to me with my majesty rolls.
Like,
let me take a look at the successes here. Okay, that didn't.
What?
Yeah, that's
right,
weird.
Closing and reopening the sheet.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh,
That's 2.
Okay. With 2 successes, you hit this dude with a beam of light. And let me take a look at something real quick. I I am going to need to have him make a check
Mm-hmm.
because
Vampires do not like sun.
No.
the beast also really does not like sun.
Hey, cool.
However, he is very good at these.
Sunlight, my one weakness.
That was one weakness. He has a few weaknesses.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe next turn I'm going to do some laser zapping.
Believe it or not, 2 successes in the face of sunlight is not enough for this guy, as his face also begins to contort. But he grits his teeth and takes a deep breath and seems to be okay. I'm looking for the specific things that would do the effect on that, but it is taking me a while. So while I'm working on that, Toto, you can hear scuffling as you are being chased. You're scuffling ahead of you and to the left.
Oh man, they're everywhere. Could you give me a sense? Like, am I going down a hallway?
Yes, you will be in a hallway.
All right. Have they taken shots at me?
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Guess I'll run towards the scuffle.
Okay.
Heads up, I think I'm bringing more minions your way.
Yeah, you definitely are. Okay, what is your humanity?
Is that a thing I'm supposed to be tracking?
Holy shit! Okay.
I do not
1,
like that response.
3,
Neither do I.
5, 6. So, as you turn the corner, you see two young individuals standing there. One person with bullets in their hand, and the other person shooting a beam of light into this room. You do not have enough room to go forward and help them in regards to it, but you can see them, and you turn enough to see and smell this huge amount of burning and kind of this weird dust smell. Charisma, as your sunlight is focused on this individual, you watch as his skin, where it is hitting there in a weird, perfect handprint. What color is Charisma's light right now?
I would think it is a near cyan white.
Okay. But you watch as kind of outwards in the shape of your hand, a rapid version of burning and decaying happen on this individual, and he screams a blood-curdling scream.
You guys don't happen to work here, do you?
What?
You don't like work here, right?
No?
Oh, well then I'm real sorry for this. As I turn around to see all these other guys round the corner.
Okay.
Yep. I did.
Yeah, Alex. If you would like to, especially because this guy is being burned alive and is definitely not keeping eye contact with you anymore, I will go ahead and allow you another Resolve +4 check in order to try to break this control.
Yeah, too.
Okay. We're just gonna have him make a Majesty Presence check, because there's no way in hell that he can do empathy right now. Okay. With 2 successes, you go ahead and shake it off for a moment. What would you like to do?
Well, I did take aim last turn.
You did take aim last turn.
The bullets in Alex's hand will float up into the air and then streak through said air into Dad.
Oh. We'll go ahead and consider
And
this
use that lash.
definitely a firearms check regardless of it. So why don't you go ahead and make your last check?
With my +5, because I aimed.
Yeah.
5 damage.
Okay, we'll go ahead and give that the +2 for the bullets. However, they are bullets,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So, but that is a decent amount of damage. 6. Okay. Alrighty. And not taking too kind. Go ahead.
And I'm gonna move out of the way of the corridor again.
Okay. So kind of
So
like
I can take some cover.
okay. In a bit of what could best be described as a frenzy, and after getting shot, and with the source of what caused him the frenzy behind him now, he's going to go forward. And I'm going to roll a d. I'm gonna roll a d6 because he is relatively speedy. Um, on a 1 and 4, he attacks Charisma. On a 2 and 5, he attacks Toby. On a 3 and 6, he attacks Alex.
I do not want to be attacked.
Sorry, that's me.
Okay. Well, sucks to be you then.
So he reaches out
Yeah,
with
it
this
does.
disgusting looking hand.
Yeah.
And swipes at you, Alex. What is your defense?
My defense is 4.
Okay. That might do some good. And
Oh.
he misses.
Nice.
Actually, hold on.
Oh.
Because he's in frenzy. He doesn't suffer wound penalties right now. Okay. Yep. So yeah, he misses. And as he swipes out, you watch as his claws break through the drywall as he pulls it behind, just narrowly missing your head with a gross snarl. Okay, then yeah, so it is the Nosferatu's turn. As he sits there and goes, alright, I'll do this your way then. And he's going to return the favor. Leo, what is your defense? It's astronomical, if I remember correctly.
Defense 5.
Yeah. Okay. So he swipes at you and misses. Jesus Christ. Terrifying vampires you guys are not. But he seems to have an idea of what he's doing in regards to it. Not necessarily the same type of stuff that you have there, but he swings at you and misses as you duck beneath you. The general vampires going to continue following their order. They see Charisma and Toby. So I'm going to do one on each of you.
Oh.
They're going to try to grapple you, to try to remove you. So I need. So we'll start with Charisma. How would you like to respond?
They're trying to attack me, right?
Yes.
Well, I have the beam of light on my hand, but if they want to grab me, I'm going to light all up.
That would take an instant action.
Okay.
So that you could do during your turn if you'd like to.
Okay.
Especially because you now have 3 vampires next to you.
Okay. I would rather kind of get out of the way rather than engage with the grapple, like try and fight them off.
Then go ahead and roll me a dexterity athletics check against their strength and athletics check.
Dexterity, athletics.
You have to beat 1.
I have to beat 1. Here goes nothing. Or actually, here goes 8 dice. Yes, 2 successes.
You got 2 successes.
Woohoo.
So you quickly Dark Souls roll over to the side behind the individual to keep your focused beam on this guy who poked at your friend.
Yeah.
Toto, how do you respond?
Okay, so basically, I'm watching these guys getting swiped at by these other guys.
Yes. One of which is a hairy, mutated-looking fuck, and the other 2 are kind of ugly.
Oh, oh wow. You guys, huh? Is he close enough to grab
Not
any
your
of them?
turn. So right now
Oh.
he's trying to grab you. How would you like to
Oh.
respond to that? Yep. One's trying to grab you, I think.
Okay. I just want to just stay in and eat pizza. What? All right, let's do this. He's gonna put his fists up.
Okay. So I need you to make a strength plus your bonuses and an athletics check to break this grapple. You need to beat a 4.
Ooh.
Okay. I can do this. I can do this.
You can do this.
Believe.
Can I utilize defensive combat here?
Yes.
Okay.
That does seem fitting.
Indeed it is.
Did I beat it?
Yeah, I think you... I think you...
That seems like a high number, but I'm not sure.
I think
What?
you definitely succeed on that one.
I don't know. You
So-
might want to run the numbers again.
Wow.
I demand a recount. Wait, what? No.
Wow.
Yeah, so Toto, upon this guy trying to grab him,
Mhm.
he's actually going to get a hold of his shirt, and then he's just going to look down at his hand and then grab the guy's wrist and just be like,
Just peel it off.
now what? Yeah, just slowly, just like pry each finger off.
So, the guy behind the desk stands up in a snarl and says, "That is enough!" And I need everyone to roll a Clash of Wills check. So I need to take a look at everyone's sheet real quick. It's going to be your highest magnitude variation.
Okay.
Okay.
And then as I'm looking at your scars, you get +5, Toby. Charisma. You do not get +5 charisma.
Okay.
And then I believe I already said Leo and Alex both get +5s.
So I just have bioluminescence.
Yep, you just have the 5 dice.
Okay. Seems like a nerf, but okay. 1! Ah. Because we're
6.
Easy
vampires.
Leo? That would be a check for Clash of Wills, which would be your enhanced speed +5.
Everybody, I'm very confident about this encounter. I don't know why.
I did Creeping Dread +5.
Either or.
Yeah,
They're the same amount, and
I did. 2
It's
successes.
done.
do it again. Oh, you did. I see it there. I'm sorry. I did not see that.
It's just left to me.
Yeah, I saw the 2 successes from Alex, and I didn't see the one from Leo. I apologize.
Everybody's just like, it's done. There's no going back.
Okay. And as he tries to dominate your mind, it's kind of hard to look at him as he's literally burning a crisp in front of all of your eyes.
Yay! I helped.
Yeah. And then with that,
Can
he
I
is
take
going...
a Go.
You want to go?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Leo just sort of snaps around. I would say with anger burning in his eyes, but not really. It's some
Hey.
mix of hatred and almost glee, as far as anyone can tell. The
Mhm.
emotions on this guy, and he will dash on over to sock that guy instead.
Okay. So what I need you to do then is to make your preferred fighting check at -2.
Alright.
Believe it or not, the guy behind the office is not a very physical individual.
-2, you said?
Mhm. And you still hit.
Yep.
Just so I understand the situation, the ugly one has a hold of me, right?
No one has a hold of anyone because everyone's been passing their successes.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough. Which one am I holding?
Generally speaking, what you have is you have to your left over next to Alex is the hairy one, and then in front of you in charisma are two
believe you have a
ones.
goon.
Yeah, you have the equivalent of a goon.
Gotcha. All right, perfect.
Okay.
So
So
with the strike, yeah, Leo basically says, "Fuck you! I don't feel fear. I am fear."
he snarls and then continues the rest of his turn as he begins to run towards the back of the office.
You merely adopted the fear. I was born to it, molded by it.
Charisma, he is no longer within your direct line of sight.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Who is in
Man,
direct
I
line
know
of sight?
games.
The hairy individual who you think Alex might have called Dad? And the two Nosferatu next
Okay.
to you and Toby.
I think I will go and move the directed beam to the goon that attacked this sudden new appearance. This sudden new guy.
So as you turn over
Mhm.
and light up this goon, this new goon,
Mhm.
it's strange. It's kind of like the first time that you fought a different vampire.
Mhm.
This individual is not burning anywhere near as fast as the guy behind the chair did.
Okay.
And the desk did. But he does kind of freak out in pain and snarls over at you as I need one of them to make a check. Ooh. Okay, and he resists for the moment.
Okay.
Alright, Toby, what would you like to do?
So two of the goons are in front of me, right? Oh, hello?
Yes, two of the goons are in front of you.
Okay. I didn't want to do things this way. But you guys are starting to annoy me, and then now you just seem to be messing with these looks at the other three individuals. Very intense people. So I think the only way you're going to learn is a very painful lesson. He's going to I think I'm going to use joint lock, and I'm going to grab one of them and point them in the direction of all the guys with guns. And if I can, just run down there to throw them at them.
Okay, you can start heading that way. Joint lock. So that is part of a grapple check, I presume?
Yes.
Okay, so you need to make a strength. You guys are making contested strength athletics checks.
Okay.
And we'll see what happens.
Strength athletics, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You have to beat a 1 with your impressive dice pool.
You say that. They could come up all 0.
They could.
See?
Got 2 successes, though.
That's enough.
Alright,
More than
so...
one.
As this individual swings at you, you kind of sidestep them, grabbing them and holding them in place, facing behind you again as the individuals come over. Charisma and Alex, you see 3 individuals with weapons not unlike the one that Alex had. As they're kind of facing you, and they go, "Everybody down now!" And that'll be their thing as they try to get you to stop doing what you're doing.
Hmm.
Alex, how would you like to
Yeah.
respond? Papa
Well,
Jacobs is in front of you trying to kill you.
yeah, I noticed. Should probably focus on that first. And one of the things
Mm.
Face in the Dark's probably gonna do
I was gonna
is
say,
this,
yeah.
this guy's punching me. He's probably gonna do something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Face in the Dark is probably in control now because you were directly attacked by a vampire.
Yeah, he's probably gonna do something.
Yeah, what does Face in the Dark want to do?
Well, I have this telekinesis ability
You sure do.
that ups my defense a
Yeah.
bunch. I would like to switch that on, please.
Okay, so you want to create a force field. Who would you like to try to include people in this force field, or just around yourself?
Uh, charisma, if they're close enough.
Yeah.
If they can be included too.
Do you remember what the durability of your force field is?
Stand this box. Blah, 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 blah.
It
Okay.
is. Half of your scar power. So whatever it's tied to, round it up.
Round it up, so 2.
Okay, so it has a durability of 2, which means that they have to get more
Okay.
than 2.
Yeah, 2.
Neat.
Okay.
Yeah.
And can I do other stuff as well? Because
I believe shaping it. What do you want to do? I believe shaping it is a directed effect, so I would take your action for the turn.
it's a reflexive action apparently.
Oh, is it?
As a reflexive action, you can turn aside bullets and knives and shit.
Oh, you want to deflect? I thought you were creating a force field.
I don't think I have force field.
How much time can you? That
Hello.
might be fair. Yeah, cat's being nice. Okay.
Toby looks around. Why is there a cat in here?
Okay. So, generally speaking, next time that you are attacked, you may make that action and add that to your defense.
Okay.
So you do have an action.
Well, this guy thinks he can be a monster, does he? How about we try turning that off?
Okay. So you want to turn off his you want to face agent this guy.
Yes.
Turn off. You want to dispel his thing.
Yes, I do.
So, this will be a clash of wills.
Mhm.
What is Fate's agent tied to again? Is that tied to involuntary stimulus?
It's tied to alternate persona.
An alternate persona is perpetual. Okay, so what I need you to do is I need you to make a Fate's agent check +5. This gentleman.
3 successes.
Nice.
Check. Okay, we're gonna see what happens. This is gonna be close.
Ooh.
Okay. So as he sits there and Face in the Dark attempts to which you Alex, strangely in kind of this weird foggy state, even then would see is Face in the Dark's hand try to wrench into Ben here and try to force something down. But it is a difficult fight as it does not take hold this turn.
Does the scar still go off?
Yes, the scar is still off. It's just
Yeah. So Alex would have basically been saying something like this like. Oh, this is one hell of a hello. But like partway through, he would have been cut off abruptly as Chase in the Dark takes over.
It's kind of a weird dreamlike state where it's kind of like you, because of how the flavor works in this, but before it's like fading in and out, and then you're back out. Okay. Speaking of, he's going to attempt to attack you again.
Okay.
So then go ahead and roll. What is your telekinesis tied to? Is it tied to dexterity?
I think they're all mental.
Okay, so that would be tied to wits. Go ahead and make a telekinesis wits check. 2 successes. Okay, what is your defense?
4.
Okay, so he has a penalty of 5 because he's ignoring wound penalties right now. And he misses as he snarls, and the beast inside of him takes a look behind him, remembering why he's there in the first place, and then goes and rushes towards those gun guards.
Which guards? Sorry.
The ones down behind the way that told you to cease and desist.
Okay.
So it is behind where Toto came from. Okay. This
Alex makes no move to stop him because the threat is going away.
Buddy, I understand that you're having a good time, but no, you need to stop.
You having a good time makes me not have a good time.
Not quite as quickly as you can, but with no small feat of speed of his own, Leo, the Nosferatu that you've been hunting this entire time goes, no. You're gonna sit there and attack, and you're gonna deal with me first. And he swings at you. Your defense is 5.
Yep.
Okay. God damn it, guys. Okay.
You do know that like vampires are going to be the laughing stock of this campaign now.
That is perfectly fine.
Okay.
That just means that
I was just about to say, like,
I am learning that I just need to make a Methuselah.
No,
Just to have
don't
enough
do
experience.
that. That's mean.
I'm just sitting here wondering, like, wow, these people are supposed to be like the secret harbinger of society. How are they so confident to do so?
Well, they're really good against humans.
Yeah. But you give one teenager, well, 20-something, a flashlight.
It's a bit more than a flashlight.
Okay.
You are literally their kryptonite.
I mean, what we're learning is if you break a person in the right way, vampires are pointless.
Yeah.
Break a couple people in the right way.
You gotta break a few people to make an omelet.
Something like that. That's thinking like a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Toto, this gentleman's going to try to break out of your grapple. Could you make another strength athletics check, please?
I believe I have
Okay.
something for that, actually. One
Hold
moment.
on. Yes.
Yeah.
Leo.
So Leo is going to basically swing around and, as a response to the attack, be all too happy to oblige.
Alrighty, go ahead and make your attack -5.
Yikes.
That is the bad part about speed powers. Okay. I mean, you're still rolling 5 dice, which isn't bad.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, go ahead and make your strength athletics check, Toby. Or you can not. No, they're going to spend a point of willpower. They don't want to get shot. Okay. 1. You have to beat 2 on your check, Toby.
Okay. So, apparent. How many do I have to beat?
2.
Okay. Since I'm using joint lock, I'll wait to see if I succeed before I explain all this.
Okay.
So it's still a strength athletics
Yep.
check, right? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's see how I do. Okay.
Okay.
So now I can explain it. So since I'm using joint lock, and he's still under my my grapple, he's going to take
No, he's
points
not.
of no.
No, because it's not your turn. This was him trying to break out of it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No, that's on my turn. Never mind.
No worries.
Withdrawn.
Okay. Leo, as you're the only person to see this, this gentleman hits what appears to be some kind of switch in a bookshelf, and it opens, and he ducks through.
Secret tunnel
Through
through the
mountain.
bookcase.
Charisma, the individual you were attacking, is now being used as a human meat shield. What would you like to do?
Who else is not being used as a human meat shield? Or a vampire meat shield?
Mr. Jacobs has left and is going past the area. So the individual, there is one Nosferatu that's still trying to attack you specifically.
Okay, yeah, he's going to get sun to the face.
Okay. Go ahead and make your dexterity sunlight check.
Well, because you asked nicely.
Thank you.
You just can't
Bioluminescence.
beat Power Pack.
Dexterity check.
Sunny D.
Yes.
Ha! Ha ha
Okay.
ha! Ha!
Oh,
Ha!
oh my.
Ha!
Oh dear.
And this individual needs to make one of their checks.
We're making a fine ragu out of these vampires.
This individual snarls and begins to shift into another form. Again, this vampire doesn't seem to be burning as fast as the other one did.
Okay.
As the one in charge did.
Right.
Okay.
Am I like? Is that something like for me that that vampire that was starting to burn up has like a weakness, or these have a resistance to it, or do I not know this?
Go ahead and roll, because you did some studying. Go ahead and roll a quick wits and occult check. Alex, face the dark. Since you've done research into it, you can as well.
I will I will cast this with
Wits
willpower.
Mm-hmm. Yep, wits occult. And if you're spending willpower, that means that just add 3 to the roll, and then we'll cancel out the thing, and it's no longer a chance die.
That's wait.
That is one. Yeah,
That
one
is a
success
1.
for both of you.
Yay!
Okay, both of you. You know, it's kind of strange. Like, yeah, if you're like with Dracula, right?
Mhm.
Sure, he was far more powerful because of his age and related things.
Mhm.
But the aspects that were able to hurt him a lot more than other vampires. You're not sure how much truth that it is, but it is something that you are reminded of.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So you are you going to continue to walk towards these individuals, Toby?
Like Wii bowling, I'm going to fling this man.
Okay.
Nice.
I was going
I am a big fan of hitting dudes with other dudes.
I was going to tell you to make a check at minus a certain amount, but you have super strength 5, so fuck me. Go ahead and roll a strength athletics check. Plus your bonuses.
Oh, if he breaks out, I should definitely be a lot more afraid of him than he is of me. All right, so what am I rolling? Strength athletics again?
Yeah, you're rolling strength athletics because you are trying to just yeet this fucker.
I just wanted to walk through. That's all I wanted to do, but no, you had to come at me with your guns and your mean words. And then I'm gonna throw him.
Depending on how many successes you get, depends on what happens here.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. So you guys watch as, after releasing this joint lock, your new friend Toby lifts this guy up, grabs him by the ankles, and twists in turn, hitting all 4 of the individuals behind them and sending them all through the wall.
Giant swing!
Toby just wordlessly, excitedly raises his hands in victory and looks to the other 3 individuals. All right, I've never actually played bowling before. Is that a strike or a spare?
Honestly,
That doesn't answer.
who cares? That was awesome.
Just as blank-faced as usual.
Face in the dark. Speaking of being blank-faced, the threat is
Yeah.
leaving.
Yes.
It is a familiar threat, though.
But there are other dangers.
There are other dangers. There's a danger right next to you, or nearby.
What are the current dangers? I need a reminder.
So, if you turn the corner, about 2 meters away from you is Charisma shooting sunlight into a guy's face as the guy begins to snarl and act like Ben did. And then down the corridor, about 20 meters or so, or not even that, down the corridor a little ways, Face in the Dark would have recognized that Leo is in there, probably fighting. I think you can see, if you turn the corner, Leo and Silas, the other Nosferatu. There are no other threats that you can see.
Well, I'll probably focus on the nearest one.
Okay.
Because that is how this logic works.
Absolutely. Go for it. What would you go?
Lash.
You want to lash?
Also, more bullets out the gun, and now I'm gonna go punch him.
Okay.
But lash.
Absolutely. So this doesn't have like the
That's not even a roll. What am I doing?
I don't know, it's acting funny. But yeah, so this is just a regular lash, not with any bonuses from the bullets or anything.
No aim.
Mhm.
Face in the Dark doesn't have the patience that Alex has. 3 damage.
Okay. So go ahead and do that. That's the first damage that this guy has taken.
Yay.
Okay. Alright. And then Face in the Dark turns to Ben. Ben is yeeted through a wall and continues to get up and run through that wall. So we'll just go ahead and remove him as he is gone at this point. Silas is going to go. Alright. I need you to go ahead and make a another Clash of Wills +5, please, Leo. So Creeping Dread or Enhanced Speed.
Yes. Oops.
Two successes. He's going to spend a point of willpower. And does not succeed. Something is, as it's reaching over into your mind, something happens. It's kind of like the shadows in the corners become a bit more intense. But nothing takes hold this turn.
Leo will mutter, cute.
Okay. Charisma. I need you to do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
As this thing is now very angry at you.
Well, that's kind of to be expected.
Yeah. How would you like to respond to it trying to grab you again?
I kind of want to, like I did previously, get out of the way of the grapple, and maybe like step onto like a bit of the furniture here or something that allows me to get away, parkour style.
Okay. You can get away more on your next turn.
Okay.
Because it's just kind of a reaction, but you go ahead and make me a dexterity athletics check.
Dexterity, athletics. Gotcha.
as you're trying to dodge.
Dexterity, athletics.
And your goal is 2.
Goal is 2. Here goes. 1.
You
No.
are grabbed.
No.
And because he is frenzying,
Oh,
you have no defense. He's going to make an unarmed attack against you.
Can I put my hand on his side?
You can.
Okay.
It's not going to change much in regards to
Okay.
right now, though. But you have no defense as he's going to make this attack. You take 3 lethal damage
Ow.
as he bites into you. And then, just as before, as soon as he takes in some of your blood, he begins. And Toto, you see this for the first time. Right after this beast grabs onto and bites your new companion, it begins to scream more horrifyingly than anything that was grabbed in regards to that, anything that was blasted in regards to the sun, and falls to its knees, grasping its head, half whimpering, half crying. He is running. Leo, it is your turn, if you want to take it right now.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna continue attacking this guy.
Muda. Go ahead and whack at him.
-5.
Yes.
I like how initiative is a choice for Leo.
Yes.
Enhanced speed is gross. Okay.
Just look at those numbers like, what even are those?
He begins
This
to
line can't
smile.
stop me because I can't read.
He begins to smile a little bit. Charisma.
Oh.
Judging with what happened with the last vampire,
Yes.
you are reasonably certain that this one is out of the fight for the moment. Is there anything that
Okay.
you would like to do?
Who's left?
Around you, no one, because the other 2 vampires that were next to you were yeeted through a fucking wall.
Okay.
You do know that Leo is
Mhm.
fighting somebody in the office itself, which you can make it to. And
Okay,
you do not know where the individual that you were burning went.
I think I want to go into the office then. If there's if there's no threat in my immediate area.
Just Leo and the gentleman they're fighting.
Okay, then I go there.
Okay, so you see that. You can make it there with your movement. What else would you like to do? You have an action.
There is a gentleman.
Yes.
Not so gentleman, I assume.
No. Like,
Okay.
actually, what I need... Have you turned off your aura yet, Leo?
Nope.
Okay. I need you to make a creeping dread check.
Spooky.
And I need you to make 2 of those Clash of Will checks I told you to make. Charisma. I need you to make 2 of them.
Creeping Dread. Plus, minus, what?
No, just a regular creeping dread, because
How
this
does
is,
that work again?
your highest magnitude variation. I don't believe you have anything that's perpetual.
Okay.
That's like, yeah, you do
Conspicuous appearance is perpetual.
not.
And lying eyes, I believe.
Shit. So they are.
Is
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and do your +5 on that one then. So bioluminescence +5.
Luminescence +5. Okay. 2 successes.
Okay, so I need you to make another one of those.
Another one of those. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
I believe in Steve. 4 successes.
I was here.
Okay, you are fine. You may continue as you were.
Okay.
You want, and you wanted to attack this individual?
I do. Like I'm still glowing.
Okay, go ahead and make your dexterity bioluminescence check.
With pleasure. 1 success.
Okay, 1 success is enough. Let me take a look at things in my notes again real quick. That one. Is it this one? Okay. How much damage do you take? Oh boy. Okay. And your blood potence. Okay. It's kind of strange.
Okay.
As you turn on to this, like the other guy was turning black and beginning to get crisp in regards to it. As you shoot this gentleman, and I apologize for getting a bit graphic here, as you shoot this gentleman in the face with sunlight, parts of the flesh begin to rapidly burn away as like half of his skeleton, as half of his skull becomes visible.
Huh. And who was this again? Like the...
Also, Leo is starting. As soon as this happens, Leo's just starting to laugh like a maniac.
Fair enough.
Toto, you finished playing. You finished yeeting an individual. You look behind you. Again, you see the other Nosferatu on the ground, screaming, clutching his head. What would you like to do?
Huh. So, I'm assuming the other Nosferatu is out of commission.
What I can say is you would know that the young feminine-looking individual that was facing this Nosferatu turned and left as soon as the Nosferatu did this. You do not know. You haven't seen this before. So you do not know for sure.
So, upon the new realization that apparently vampires are real, Toto's gonna take out the note, and then he's gonna look at it, and then he's gonna look at the vampire. Vampires are hunters. Yeah, good enough. Nothing personal, and he's going to rip its fangs out.
Okay. Because of the amount of difficulty that this is, I will need you to make a grapple check for me, please.
Okay.
Super strength.
This is just formality. I understand.
Yeah, again, they could all be failures.
Fair enough, fair enough. Just check.
They weren't, though.
Okay, you have this guy. You'll be able to rip out his teeth next turn.
Okay.
Nice.
Face in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen this before. You know that that guy's pretty much out of commission.
Yeah, just immediately stop paying all attention to him.
Mm-hmm.
And move to the one that is currently being burned.
Yeah. So
And
you
try
make
and
it
speed
over.
up the process by switching him off.
Sure. Oh, you want to turn off his powers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
So we'll go ahead and make that a Clash of Wills check again. So I need you to make your Fates Agent check +5.
Fates
And
Agent.
he's going to make his check.
5. Really?
Oh. Oh,
It
that's...
doesn't matter.
Oh.
Okay. I do need you to make actually make 2 more of those because of the order of operations, because you walked into 2 fear auras.
Okay. Take that one for the
That's for the first one. No, I will go ahead and count that one for the first one because that was my bad.
So
So you
3
succeed. I need you to make a creeping dread check.
and 3. 3 for both.
Okay. So I need you to make a creeping dread check, Leo, just a regular one because it's the offensive one. 4. Okay, and then we're going to make another one of these. 1 success.
So at least don't have Silas's one ready to me.
Just a moment, because I neglected to add his thing. /R 60 10. Yeah, I'm pretty certain. So what happens here, because of the order of operations, and I messed up. So you walk in, and Face in the Dark, for the first time, Face in the Dark gets a little less stoic, as there are 2 instances of fear that roll over him.
A single eyebrow raises.
And instinctively, Face in the Dark lashes out, and the force of will that was there, that was pushing against your fear, Leo, vanishes. And you are no longer you were still afraid of Leo, but you are no longer afraid of Silas.
Okay.
Okay. Speaking of, unless Leo wants to go. Okay.
Nah, I'm gonna wait and see what this melting fucker's gonna do.
Noticing that he's outnumbered, what he's going to do is he looks
'Cause if
at
he
you,
tries to get away, I'm gonna try and stop him.
he snarls, and he vanishes.
Fuck.
Someone can do something about this. A couple people can.
I actually, yeah. If I see him disappear, I'm trying to figure out a way for it to like work narratively speaking. When I like see that, I think what the others will hear is me just shouting, "Oh no, you don't!" And I activate my bifurcation.
Okay. So as something happens, an idea pops, and you move the sunlight forward, which would dispel normally his what's it called?
Obfuscation.
Yeah. And he grits his teeth, which is very disturbing with half of his face missing, and turns and begins to run at full sprint away from you guys.
We'll
But
try and stop
he
that
is visible.
immediately.
Are you trying to attack, or do you want to grapple him and get him to stop moving?
Whichever one seems easiest. I just do not want him to be leaving this area.
Grappling him will prevent him from leaving this area, but attacking him gives you the bigger dice pool. Up to you, though.
I mean, I don't think I would want to try and grapple him so much as sort of trip him.
Okay.
Well, I mean, sort of steer his momentum into the ground or wall or.
Go ahead and make me a dexterity athletics check. So be a contested roll against your strength and athletics. Go ahead and add your +1.
Yeah.
You have to beat 2. Okay.
I can match it.
Do you have any willpower?
Yeah, and I'm gonna spend. Oh shit. That was not what I wanted to do.
No worries, no worries.
There.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
You
it
know
does.
what? I can spend another one.
If you want to, go for it. I don't mind you guys burning through resources. I mean, wait, what?
Yeah.
Huh?
I am way out.
Okay, there you go. So yeah, you go ahead and succeed, moving his momentum to the floor as he kind of sits there, snarling, feeling very, very upset. These guys are practically out of the fight. You just did your turn. Charisma, what would you like to do?
I would like to make sure that this vampire is completely burnt up.
Okay,
And
so you're just gonna keep focusing on it?
keep focusing on it with Leo grabbing him. It's
And Leo will, through gritted teeth, snarl out, "Burn this motherfucker, even if you have to burn me."
I'm trying to put my hand in such a way that I kind of like burn through the back of his head.
All right. Toto, I know what you're planning on doing. Face in the dark, are you planning on making sure that this gentleman does not leave?
I will try and help with that.
Okay.
Do a telekinesis to maybe help.
Yeah.
Can I try and see if like burning the brainstem, like aiming it that way?
The reason why I'm asking is
Mhm.
because for a quick check, what is you have 5 to dexterity, right?
I have
Leo?
4 to dexterity.
Right, Leo?
Oh,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
How high is your intelligence, Alex?
Intelligence is 2.
Okay. Leo, I want you to make a dexterity athletics check with +1 from help from Face in the Dark real quick, and we'll see how this is going to resolve. 3, we're going to have him make 1 roll. He has some wound penalties with 0 successes. Okay, so here's what happens. It doesn't go any faster than it did beforehand.
Mhm.
But it does not take long for this gentleman to be burned completely to a crisp. The other one took the better part of like 10 minutes. As you sit there and focus on this, it takes 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It takes 9 seconds before this person is nothing more than a pile of ash at your guys' feet. And then as you're sitting there looking at it, you do hear the screams from the gentleman out there, which is kind of emphasized by a scream of pain and a loud, wet, ripping sound as Toto, you get your tooth.
Now I walk into the room.
And you see a pile of ash.
Well, that was fun.
Assume he would also be affected by the aura or
Oh yeah,
possibly
I should probably roll for that.
Yeah, unless Leo wants to turn it off now.
Not quite yet. He's too focused on.
Okay, so go ahead and roll a creeping dread check. And then...
And that's my strongest variation?
Yeah, I believe yours is +5 because you have a perpetual one.
Alright, so
Perpetual.
gotta turn this off. So I do the variation then +5, or?
Yes, so when you
Okay.
do the roll, you just add the modifier +5.
Okay. Nope.
You are
Ooh.
terrified of this motherfucker.
Walks in the front door. Well, that was fun. Oh. Walks back out.
Yep.
Backs up.
Closes door.
I
Okay.
move. I dial down my my flashlight.
Okay.
Let me know when I get my brain back.
Yeah.
Also
By
a
all
good idea.
means, the threats are gone. So Face in the
Yeah.
Dark takes a step back.
But it's like squinting at Leo because of the fear aura.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Alex just sort of stumbles, probably catching themselves on a piece of furniture. It's like, where'd he go?
Which one?
And as soon as this,
I'm out here.
Alex ignores the shout from outside and starts looking around for where Ben went.
How hard are you looking?
Uh,
Like, are you going out of the room, looking through the hallway where you guys were, stuff like that?
like he's still a bit disoriented, so he's just gonna look around, just glancing.
Other than claw marks on occasion, no sign of Ben. And you were saying, Leo?
that as soon as he no longer actually, the vampire turned to dust, right? Silence.
Yeah, it is ash. It is dead.
Yeah, he's going to start stomping and kicking the ashes, and for like a few seconds, then he is going to lean against a wall and slump down against it, and at that point, the fear aura is gone,
Okay.
and he looks completely empty. I mean, you know, not even that smugness about him anymore, just empty.
Okay. So, with this in mind, Leo, you get to regain a willpower, and you get to heal 1 minor, medium, or major instability. Okay. As Silas is dead. Okay. But yeah. So Leo is taking a moment to get a breather. It's kind of strange. It's not quite the smug aura you guys are used to. Yeah. Is there anything that you guys would like to do while you're in this office?
I look over at the others and say, kind of, now what?
Go ahead and charisma. I know this isn't your strongest suit. Go ahead and do your preferred looking around check.
Okay. Let me do a wisdom composure check.
Alex, go ahead and roll an investigation check of your choice.
Yeah, nothing.
Especially as you're kind of taking a moment looking for Ben.
Yeah, once he's like taken a breath and realized that he missed half the fight, Alex is gonna start looking around. 2 successes.
Okay. With 2 successes, you find a few things of note. You take a look around, especially around the office. Those 5 are the only 5 in here, which means that the other individual that you have in mind was not here for this event, whatever it may have been. The other thing that you notice is that laptop that is on the table is currently open and unlocked.
Just gonna drag that over and nose about on it.
Toby, the aura of menace has subsided.
He breathes, and then he walks through the door again. So like vampires are a real thing, huh?
Who are you?
Hi, I'm Toby.
Hi, Toby. Yeah, vampires are real. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot today.
Alice's glances between Toby and Christmas like, wait, when did you get here?
Oh, it was this whole thing. I was looking for some stuff, and I walked in here, and a bunch of guys didn't like that I did that. But then they grabbed me, and then things kind of went dark from there.
Okay.
Your fist is covered in blood, by the way, Toby.
Yeah.
Where did you put the fang?
Oh, it's in his pocket.
Okay.
Also, fangs. He took both.
Okay.
Might as well get a spare.
Okay.
Also, hey, what's your name? I'm Toby.
Oh, hi, Toby. I'm Charisma.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you.
What's that like?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I mean, like you shoot beams out. That's cool.
Oh, that, yeah, and kind of like show a little bit more. Like I can like push it up to like sunlight as like That's how I burned these guys.
Go ahead.
Did they try to bind you too?
Bind me?
Yeah, that's how I can do my stuff. They did like weird things.
Go ahead and make me a presence expression check, charisma, -2, please.
Presence, expression. Oh dear, this is going to go wrong, I know it.
You wanted the scar.
That's true. That's going to be a chance die, just.
Excellent. Perfect.
And just for effect, I will put the modifier -2 on there. Ha!
Wow. Wow. Nice.
You hear that, you game system? I beat you! I beat you like a drum.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No worries, you're valid. Charisma seems pretty legit, Toby. Okay. So, yeah. You are taking a look through the computer there, Alex, ignoring the conversation? Okay.
And I'm just focused on the computer right now because the information might be useful.
Go ahead and roll a computers check. We are going to give you your investigative aid for this one. So whatever you get for successes, you're going to get some extra information regardless. But
Computer plus...
intelligence, no, wits. Wits, you're just kind of looking through it. We'll do wits.
Yeah. Okay. 3 successes.
So, taking a look through it, you do see some very pertinent information for where some of the people are. You do uncover some emails sent back and forth between a few parties. You see an email between Mr. I believe I put his name as Dvezio, which would be the gentleman here from his account. And then you see sent to a Mr. Crimson. With your investigation check, you realize that Mr. Crimson is in Spokane. And then you see some to Miss Taylor, which rings a bell because of what Charisma has told you, saying that you should probably go there to help him for our plans in case he needs it. And then there is a encrypted email, which takes you a little bit to get through. But it is to Miss Somers, who says, "I trust neither of them. Go watch them." Okay. So it explains why a couple of the other individuals were not here at the moment.
You need to find a pen.
One more thing that you find is that he mentions a device that he got from some kind that could be very useful for breaking certain pacts that vampires might have over mortals or even each other. It is a gilded bracelet, and it is probably somewhere in the wide open door that was left of him into the secret room.
Okay. Ass is gonna take a bunch of notes from that. Things that are relevant to other people, they'll just be like, "Hey, check this out."
I glance over. See a familiar name, probably.
Theo
And
gets up slowly, looks over, just shrugs. It's not really of any interest to him.
is there anything more on this Taylor person?
See what I can find.
Thanks.
Toby squints at the computer.
If you're going to take some time in regards to it, go ahead and make an intelligence investigation check as you're kind of digging through things.
Actually, I would
Unless you want to take over.
I would ask Alex, like, could I try?
Yeah, sure. Glances down at the pile of ash. Which one of them was that?
Taylor, you mean?
No, the ash. Which
Oh,
vampire?
that was the bold one, I think.
Oh, okay.
I thought I heard a click when all of that stuff was happening. Did one of them like run somewhere?
Uh,
Leo will gesture towards where one disappeared, but then again, he's not very trustworthy, this Leo guy.
Leo, make a presence empathy check -2.
and while you're doing that, Alex is gonna check out the place you gestured to see if he can find the
Pretty sure that's
secret
the chat,
passage that
actually.
he didn't see.
Mm.
It's just
Can
a
I?
wide open door at this moment. Go ahead.
Oh, it's still
Oh,
open.
okay.
Yeah, he did not close
Uh-huh.
it. His goal was to get the fuck out.
I was gonna rip it out of the wall. That's why I asked.
If you want to go help, you can.
That's one way of doing it.
Look,
I want to try to help.
Jesus fucking Christ, you guys!
You
Wow.
know what? Can I choose to fail this? Because I want to choose to fail this.
You know what? Go for it. You want to choose to fail?
Yeah.
Something's wrong with
You know, I'm just flaunting the fact that I could succeed if I want to, but I don't wanna.
Role playing has been very generous to you guys today.
I
Indeed.
love this
I mean,
game.
I'm just very happy because it was one of my aspirations. Well, we'll talk about this. Whether or not this fits.
Is your character doing too good? Why don't you go ahead and choose to fail?
Yeah.
And that's totally viable.
Yeah. Alex is gonna. Its attention is divided between glancing over Charisma's shoulder to look at the computer stuff and the secret passage.
What is more important to Alex right now?
That's the point, because it's like might be information about relevant people on the laptop, but also people left.
I'm gonna go down the tunnel because I don't know how that magic box works.
If I were to do a check on the computer to find anything more,
Generally speaking, the reason why I'm asking
Mhm.
is if Alex chooses to help Charisma,
Mhm.
there could be a lot of benefit to that. However, it would take more time, and the guy might get further away. So it's kind of a coin flip on what would happen.
Does Charisma ask for help?
I would glance over and maybe ask Alex, like, do you have a phone? I can only do so much. Maybe you can like check these search terms and have them help. Like have him help that way.
Yes, just gonna glance down the corridor, then glance by you and go, fine.
Okay. And you're helping.
Alex, I need you to make an intelligence investigation check.
Hey.
Your modifier will equal the amount of successes that Alex gets.
Ew.
So go ahead and make. Are you taking your time with this, or are you trying to skim?
I am trying to skim because I don't know if there's anyone coming.
Make a wits computers check.
Wits
+2.
computers check. +3 for hacksaws.
Go for it.
Thank you.
And Alex is specifically looking out for information on.
It's a chance.
You're
You're still on chance to try that again.
Yep.
Okay.
5 successes.
Okay. We're going to prepare for this for a little bit. Toby, you said that you're going into the secret tunnel?
Yes.
Through the bookcase.
Go ahead and make a wits investigation check. I know you're great at these.
Oh boy. Oh, you guys thought you were seeing high rolls before. Prepare.
Okay.
There it is.
Would you like to spend a point of willpower?
Yeah, because I have
Go
a
for
ton
it.
of that. That's just 3 dice, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. While he's working on that, with 5 successes, there's a decent amount of stuff that's encrypted. mostly because this individual probably wants to keep the masquerade as secret as possible, despite having people beforehand kind of flaunt that. Unsuccess, excellent. And so with that, what comes to mind is as you're taking a look for things, you notice some contacts, and it's nothing solid because a lot of vampire stuff is murky intentionally. But you do have a couple of means like cards or bank accounts that are tied to Miss Taylor from this individual.
Okay.
So you do have a means to trace them. I
Good.
believe the name of the place that they were going, have it written somewhere in here. It is the metatextually, it is the same conglomerate that was mentioned at the beginning when Thomas and all of them were mortals.
Okay.
So that is where she is sent to. Miss Solmers, you figure, is probably kind of like a more trusted confidant or someone who's used to getting secrets. What you find is a decent. What you find is the Jacobs. I forget what it's named, Mrs. Jacobs. But you find that the Jacobs are currently staying in a place closer to the rural aspect of town, not horribly far from the forest where you met Alex and Leo.
Okay, I'll check that, then take out my own phone, basically get the coordinates for that on a navigation app, and send that directly to Alex as well, just to have that ready. This could be something.
And the last little bit of information that you find is that these people were tumultuous in the group. They weren't exactly happy with where they were at. And there's a bunch of terms that don't exactly make like a lot of sense to you. Stuff about clans, an organization that's shorthand is the CAMs. It's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense, and it's kind of hard for you to care about, given that it's like, no, you want to find Taylor.
Yep. Okay.
Alex is probably taking note of all these keywords, though.
Fair enough.
For later.
And this is on a laptop, correct?
Yep, this is his personal laptop. You guessed that because he's probably an old vampire, he's being very lax with security.
I glance over at Alex and Ruby. Sorry, Leo.
Ruby's busy getting tortured in a hospital basement right now.
Right, yeah, that's a whole different kind of beans.
We're mixing the continuities.
At the moment.
I'm glancing at my companions. And then I say, do you mind if I take this laptop? There might be some interesting stuff on there that I can't find right now, but will in a little bit extra time.
Sure, why not?
And I just...
Well, Leo doesn't even respond.
With what I have, I'm just going to put it in standby and then put it underneath my arm. Wait, before I put it on standby, I'm going to remove password protection.
Okay, excellent. So, Toby, this room is pretty interesting. There is another doorway beyond that's also flung open. As you're kind of taking a look around, there's a lot of stuff in here. Generally speaking, there's a lot of wealth in this area alone. like material wealth kind of thing. Probably just in case like banks go under or something like that.
It's a lot of cash.
A lot of cash, gold, valuable things. You think you see a brick of cocaine.
Do I see a wad of cash?
You do see a wad of cash, yes.
I pocket the wad.
And something else that stands out to you is a relatively plain-looking box.
Wait, look at what? Sorry.
Box.
I open it.
Inside is a gilded bracelet.
Huh. I pocket that too, but I'm gonna wear that one.
Go ahead and roll me an occult check.
All right. Occult.
This might just be stuff that you picked up generally. Wits.
Oh boy. All right. Let's see if we can make this work. I'm going to expend another willpower.
Go for it. Okay. Yeah, no, it's a pretty cool bracelet. Do you want to show it off, or do you just want to pocket it and head back out?
Nah, I can't really afford to stop. Takes another wad of cash. I have to find this guy.
Okay.
Wait, is there a way out of this this chamber of secrets?
Yeah, there's the door that goes back into the office. Then across from that is another door that is flung open.
Okay, I'm gonna go down there.
Okay. All right. What would the rest of you like to do?
Where'd that new guy go?
You turn, you kind of watch as he's walking down this other corridor.
He did announce that he was going through the door.
Right. Oh, hey, new guy.
Do I hear them?
Yeah, it's not hard to hear him.
Okay. Yeah?
You okay? Where are you going?
I thought we were trying to stop this guy.
Right. Alex, Leo? Chase scene?
I can come back up. Are we not doing that?
I don't know.
I guess we're moving.
Okay, yes, we are.
Do you want me to wait? Should I keep going? There's a room with, like, a bunch of stuff in there.
No, just...
You guys walk through, and
We're
you
just
guys,
following.
as you're getting over, yeah. You guys
Just
walk
imagine
through.
this yelling match is
Yeah.
happening as they're walking through the thing.
Yeah.
You see, and you know, Leo, your stuff's kind of taken care of for the most part, but if you choose to follow, a lot of valuable stuff in here. You might be able to do something with that.
Valuable stuff?
Gold, drugs, cash.
Do I see an open box with a bracelet shaped gap in it?
Go ahead and roll your preferred investigation check.
I'll use wits for this one.
Allow me to save you some time. Check out what I found. Holds up wrist.
I think I saw some stuff about that on the computer. Something about what did you say I did again? Jen?
Sorry about that. The cats were fighting behind me.
No.
What did the
The
computer say
bracelet.
the bracelet does?
It said that the bracelet breaks the bonds that kindred have to each other or kind.
There's something about breaking bonds to. Can I take a look at it?
Sure. He puts his wrist closer to his face.
Other things that you find, as aforementioned, a lot of gold, fine jewelry, cocaine. Go ahead and roll me a wits occult check.
Okay.
Or an intelligence occult check, your choice.
You keep bringing up the cocaine. I feel like he wants one of us to take it.
I don't want anyone to take the cocaine. It's just that cocaine is there. It's drugs. They're vampires. With the 3 successes, as you're kind of sitting there and taking a look at it, breaking the bonds between kindred and kind, between the diaries that you've read, between the notes that were in the laptop, between everything that's on there, and between what looks to be an occult object sitting in front of you, this bracelet, metatextually, has the ability to suppress blood bonds. So you know that if you gave this, say, to your mother, that would weaken the bond that your father has.
Hmm.
Alex is paying no attention to anything else in this room. It's like, may have a use for that at some point.
Oh, you want it? Is that a yes?
It's not a no. We need to keep moving.
Okay. He's going to walk down the new corridor.
As you guys go ahead.
I don't think Leo cares about the money. He's
Okay.
had one purpose pushing him forward.
Mm-hmm.
That's gone.
Mm-hmm.
But he was just told to chase something. He's good at chasing. He has nothing better to do. And right now, I don't think he wants to think about the fact that he has nothing better to do. So someone said
Oh,
chase.
what you're saying is that while Silas is gone, you'd like to make this other vampire conviction touchstone?
Suppose so. He needs something to hold on to. He
By
needs
all
a
means.
purpose.
I mean, this guy worked with the other guy. Who knows what kind of shit that this guy puts people through? He tried to dominate you, even.
Yeah,
The gall.
fucker needs to be put in his place.
There it
Alright.
is.
There we go. Okay, so you
I don't
guys
think
make it
Toby's
down.
leading the pack anymore.
No, definitely not.
So Leo just sort of, you know, with a heavy sigh, straightens up, and then he is going to. Well, I mean, I don't really know where the guy went, but
Mhm.
he was last seen going through that corridor, so now it's time to full speed it.
Okay, so you full speed down into the corridor, right?
Well, that's just not fair. Toby begins running.
No, it is not.
I'm short. Wait up.
And I'm
Like-
not fast.
Toby's relatively fast, all things considered. Not that fast, but relatively fast. So, Leo, you were the first person down there. Go ahead and make me an intelligence investigation check as you're kind of taking a look around in this area. What you see before you is kind of like what you came into. It is a fully underground secret garage full of sports cars.
Yeah, nah.
Would you like to spend the point of willpower that you regained?
Fine.
You don't have to. I'm just
Who
asking.
needs willpower, anyways?
No one needs willpower. It's
I don't need
fine.
willpower.
One success. Okay. So as you're kind of running through, taking a look around, you do notice and smell the fresh tracks of somebody peeling out and going towards a direction. However, when you get to the end, despite it being a relatively open thing, there's a decent amount of traffic from people who are designated drivers who are probably having fun heading home at this moment in time. So, with one success, it is too difficult to find this person at the moment.
Well, Leo will shrug and call over to the others. Well, since he drove off.
Oh, that's just poor sportsmanship.
Although, actually, whether or not anyone believes Leo on this, I don't know.
Oh, that's right. I have to like actively doubt what you say because of
Kinda.
lying
Probably.
eyes,
Do
right?
you want people to believe you, Leo?
I mean, I don't think he particularly cares, but he is telling the truth.
I'll tell you right now,
If you
Toby's
want
real
to.
gullible.
Because no, it doesn't matter. Because if you want to, you can make a presence empathy check -2 again, or roll your chance die. If you want to. I'm not going to force you to.
Empathy chains -2.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Maybe I'm covering for the vampire. You don't know. You
Alex,
never.
maybe Leo's covering for the vampire.
Maybe. I would like to investigate the scene myself.
Go ahead and investigate the scene yourself. Okay, you rolled an 8. With 1 success, you find because you're your investigative aid, you find that he went in a general eastward direction, but that's about it.
Just point
Like-
the direction.
Okay. Charisma, Toby, anything else that you guys would like to do?
I would like to inspect the treasure room for a little bit.
Okay. There's going to be a wits investigation check.
Wits investigation. Okay.
Mhm.
So that I believe is going to be a chance die.
You can spend a point of willpower if you got it.
Sure.
Okay, so just go ahead and roll that again as a wits check. Just plain wits.
Plain wits.
I'm going to follow and help the one that doesn't seem upset or scary.
Well, there
The
we
only
go.
one whose name you know so far.
Yeah.
You're not, because we've already did the roll, and there actually are help rules that you missed. Actually, if you fail your assistance checks, you actually hamper the investigations.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm fine with that. I can still go.
But if you're hanging out with charisma, that's fine. You don't really see much else. You see a massive amount of wealth in various forms: drugs, money, valuables. It's kind of tough to see. Anything that was important, like document-wise, is probably back in the office itself. But this is literally just a place where it was. In case of bank emergency, I'm still rich. Fuck you guys.
I'm sorry. That's real funny.
This is the capitalism room. Anyway, so I mean, if you want to take stuff, you guys can. If there's anything that stands out, by all means.
I don't know about you,
Sure.
but I haven't had sweets in a while, so I'm gonna take the sugar.
That's not sugar.
Oh.
That's not sugar.
What is it?
That's drugs.
Why would they try to trick people like this?
I have no idea.
It is weird, to be fair.
He he very sullenly puts down the bag of cocaine.
It's like, I mean, it's kind of more like flour than sugar, consistency-wise. But anyway,
Don't bake with it.
All I know is either way, I'm not getting brownies.
Is there any like more like cash?
There's a couple more wads of cash.
Okay, I would like to get one at least.
Okay.
Alex
And
is
kind of
actually
stuff
going
it
to
underneath the laptop.
remember something that Toby mentioned earlier and say, so you said they did something to you?
Right, yeah, what do you mean?
What do you? I'm sorry. I say a lot of things. What did I say?
You said
Someone
that
bound you?
those people back there, yeah, that
Oh, yeah, the family.
family.
Yeah, the ones up on the hill. Yeah, I don't understand.
What
How else did you
hill?
guys like get that? Like what you do?
Like honestly, mine was accidental.
Oh, so they didn't mean to do it to you.
No, I didn't mean to do it to myself.
Wait, you did this?
To myself.
Wait, you know magic?
No. Although, hold on, and I go invisible.
Yeah, they can do that.
And I go back, and my hair has changed from like this bright red and orange to a more white cyan combination.
Okay,
As
so
I'm
you
getting
guys
more
aren't with
excited
the
about.
faithful?
What, sorry? Braga, did you read that?
Oh, sorry. So you guys aren't with the faithful?
No idea who
don't
those
know
are,
what
but
you're
they
talking-
sound creepy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They did this, and Toby kind of just like lifts up one of the sleeves to the hoodie
Mm-hmm.
that he's wearing, and you just see that his veins are like pitch black, and they're getting further up his arm.
Ooh, that doesn't look
Yeah.
great.
I don't think any of us have something like that going on.
Oh, wait, so other people are like doing things to make us happen?
Well, apparently, if that is like if what you're saying is true, then and I have no reason to doubt you.
Well, I didn't know this was something you could do to yourself. I didn't know this was something
I
other
did.
people
Hey,
wanted.
hey! I didn't know I could do this to myself either. Like,
So this can happen. Wait, you can do this on accident? Oh man, what if like everybody could do this?
not everyone has the desire to biohack themselves, so I don't think it's going to be very, like, a very common occurrence.
He
That's
looks as
good.
there are
Awesome.
two other individuals that have changed.
Also, it's probably not as survivable for most people.
Yeah, like, honestly,
I reckon
Hmm?
don't lump us all together. I don't think I'm like you guys, and I
Yeah.
reckon you're not like one another anyways.
Alex is like trying to figure out if what Toby is describing is anything like what happened to them. Like, is this the same thing or is this a different thing?
Go ahead and roll an intelligence occult check. We'll see what happens.
So, 3 successes.
It's kind of hard because, like, with all of the stuff, talking with Caleb, right? People
Yeah.
are born wolves. They just kind of sorry, throat bubble. They just
Hmm.
kind of wake up to it one day. With vampires, you've done enough studying to know that that is something that passes from person to person. You yourself, you're not entirely sure where your stuff came from. It wasn't an accident like Charisma's. Nobody did anything to you to cause that. It's kind of strange. Taking a look at it and thinking about it, it feels kind of... It's uniting in the fact that it's not like anything else. So in a sense, it is similar, but like both parties are right. It's kind of like there is a similarity between you guys, but Leo is like, yeah, no, we're not necessarily the same.
It's just much as similar but different, I guess.
Okay, I don't see any of your hair changing color.
Is there anything that
Leo
any...
kind of sighs. Well, I'd tell you how I happened, but you wouldn't believe me anyways. And shrugs.
Honestly, I've seen a couple impossible things in the last few days, so just if you want to tell us. The whole like edgy loner vibe might work in, like, I don't know, some Dungeons and Dragons game, but you might as well tell us.
Upon looking at the edgy loner demeanor, I imagine Leo's arms crossed, leaning against the wall, right? That is a serious question.
Yeah, it is the image I had in my mind
Ha
now.
ha ha.
Toby, not getting any closer because
loving
Leo
this.
still scares him, is going to kind of like outreach his hands. I mean, I felt better after a hug when this happened to me. Do you need one?
Leo gives him a very skeptical look, eyebrow raised.
I mean, we can do like one-arm side pat if that's fine too.
Awkward Christian side hug.
I feel that.
Alice is just gonna take a step back. Like, this is your problem now.
If he doesn't get a response, he's not going to stop. He won't approach you, but until he hears no, he's not going to stop.
Okay.
You know, I think whether or not I'm the weird one for being some loner, I haven't seen that many people just randomly hug strangers they only just met.
I think we're getting off topic
You and I
here.
are in different circles.
But wait,
Clearly, Leo
I thought the
says
top.
with a condescending look at Charisma.
Are
I
you
thought
guys
the
just
topic was us, so
standing
how are we getting off
in-
topic?
Are you guys standing in the office? Or are you guys kind of looking around through other things?
I thought we were in the capitalism room.
Capitalism room is right next to the office. That's
Hmm.
fine too.
Oh,
I was
okay.
also going to suggest that we, leave.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good idea.
I don't think I knocked out any of those guys with guns. I just kind of threw another guy at
Yeah,
him.
let's maybe not talk about the stuff here.
Yeah, good idea. We can go someplace. Sit down, chat.
Well, considering we've been out all night doing this, how late is it?
There's probably a Denny's open.
You're not wrong.
I miss hunger.
And we can if we wanted to, like, have a fight in the parking lot to complete the whole aesthetic.
Wait, are we actually going to fight in a parking lot?
No, it's a Card Against Humanity card.
Oh, what's that?
Oh,
We can go from there. You don't have to sit there and explain all this.
So you guys go forward. Is there anything that anyone would like to address for the next little bit, like immediate next day or so?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh. Okay. Prisma is going to bring the laptop with them and probably like take an hour before bed to see if there's anything that she can scrape off of it with like the common precautions of air gapping it and not attaching it to any outward networks. She will have had have made her bedroom into a Faraday cage.
Okay. Leo, you're the bit of the enigma here. What are you doing for the next little bit?
So are we just all going straight home?
It's kind of to see if there's anything like intent going forward from this moment, going straight home. Well, after Denny's, like this is after a while type thing.
Well, I don't think. I mean, if everyone's leaving, then Leo's leaving. So.
Is there anything that Leo would like to look into? Or like make known that Leo would like to look into if, say, Charisma finds information?
Not. No.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yep.
Okay. Alex, what would you like to do for the next little bit?
I imagine Alice would probably have to give Charisma a lift at some point to get home.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, Charisma will have to give Alice a lift, and my brain fucked up.
Either way. Do you want to have a conversation there? Or?
Like,
Did you want to have a scene with Charisma?
just gonna mention on the way, like, so, that, Ben Jacobs guy,
Yeah.
I need to know about him.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely like look up some stuff.
Because My full name is Alex Jacobs.
Okay, kind of like a...
He's my dad. He was my dad.
Right. Okay. Ooh.
He's a monster now.
Well, you
I
can't
need to
choose your
stop him.
family.
That's what they keep saying. Anyway, I need to stop him. He would have wanted me to stop him.
Okay. Well, we messed up his friends real bad, so I think we can do that. But yeah, I'll share what I find.
Thanks.
Of course. We're friends, right?
Yeah.
And that comes out sounding a little bit too desperate for Charisma's own likes.
Alice is kind of unsure when they just say, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be weird having those again.
You're a good one, at least. Dependent in a fight, at least.
Am I?
I mean,
No, I'm genuinely asking. I don't remember half of that fight.
oh, huh. Yeah, you kind of like shoot bullets with your mind. It's pretty cool. Also, just like a question for that is the bullets, are they jacketed? Are they like really shot, or are they flung?
I was only doing the bullets at once, but it's like a throw, I guess.
And yes, Leo does have contact information for Alex at least, and also for Charisma from the previous night.
Yeah, in that case, eventually there's a message basically saying good work taking down the asshole. Thanks.
Yeah. You two. Team effort. And then a red panda sticker with thumbs up. Right, eyes on the road. Like, if it's any consolation, like, we're kind of in this together, and I'm not gonna just stop helping you after I've found what I'm looking for, so you can count on me. And I put on some music just to break the silence, because I'm not very good at silence.
Was that Alex?
Yeah, other than that, Alex is just gonna go home.
Okay. Anything else that you'd like to do, Alex? Like sit down, have a conversation with Caleb about what happened or anything like that?
He probably sees that Alice looks a bit disheveled.
He makes you some tea.
Okay.
I'm pretty certain Caleb has learned by now that Alex isn't the huggy type.
Yeah.
So he makes you some tea, gets you some comfort foods, stuff like that. It's a little heavy on the vegetables for reasons.
Excellent. I saw him.
Yeah? You holding up all right?
As well as I can, I guess.
Don't look hurt, at least. That's good. Those guys can
Yeah.
really fuck a guy up.
Oh yeah, I got hurt badly.
Oh shit. Didn't
What
see
did
you
you
there.
get here? I guess you're visiting?
No,
Oh,
no,
you
it's just more of a comment like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I forgot about that. But no, I'm not there.
That's just like... Oh, I have a guardian angel, I guess. Glances up at Face in the Dark.
Face in the Dark. It's kind of hard to tell because Face in the Dark is pretty stoic all around. But there's kind of like an aura of pride, like damn straight.
Doing my job.
All right. So we'll go ahead and enter a little bit of an epilogue here, real quick. Toby, we'll start with you. Because we started the session with you.
Hey, it was good.
So after a while, you get some of the other stuff on the list, or at least close enough stuff to it.
Yeah.
And you head back to Dorothy, and Dorothy is standing, talking to an Asian woman with a tight bun, no nonsense attitude, very calmly. She seems kind of defensive.
The woman or Dorothy?
Dorothy, the
Oh,
woman,
boy.
just seems kind of. It is very hard to read, especially from your perspective. But you approach, and you hear, but isn't this just kind of like the situation that we were in? I mean, it sounds good. I don't know. What would you like to do, Toby?
He's just gonna kind of walk in.
Mhm.
I got the stuff. Who's that?
You may call me Miss Nojo.
Okay. Why are you here? I thought we were hiding from people.
It's kind of hard to hide from people when you kind of throw someone through a hole, to be fair. Or make a hole through a wall by throwing somebody, to be fair. I have come to offer you sanctuary on behalf of my employer.
Oh, so wait, are we getting jobs?
In a sense, yes.
He kind of looks at Dorothy, kind of like expectantly. Like he doesn't want to be like mean and clarify that he wasn't asking her. But he kind of ignores her answer and kind of wait for Dorothy's response.
Dorothy kind of takes a moment, but kind of nods. She's very familiar with your faculties. Kind of, yeah.
Oh. So what do we do now?
Well, I can go over the details with you if you guys would like to sit down and have a chat.
Also, real quick, I'm assuming that Alex got the bracelet from Toby.
If you were willing to hand it over, then
Oh, he didn't need it, so yeah, he would have given it up upon request. Alright. Yeah, Toby kind of waits for Dorothy to take a seat, and then he sits wherever available that's near her.
Okay. And Miss Nojo sits down and begins explaining to you the terms and conditions of what she would ask you to do. And we pull back from Toby. And we'll head over to Leo. Leo,
Yes.
you wanted to pay respects to your friends.
Yes. Leo is going to head to a graveyard. And he is going to bring some of the ashes from the vampire as well.
Okay. Sounds good, sounds good. So you see the graves of your friends before you, kind of morbidly all in a row based on how this graveyard works. And it's a somber moment. It's a kind of a bit of a cloudy day. Rained a little bit earlier. But yeah. You stand before your friends.
Yeah. Well, seems you guys got your revenge. Sorry I couldn't do that earlier. But I'd like to think that he got to taste a bit of his own fear in the end. Maybe. And he's going to basically take the ashes and just let the wind take them.
Go ahead and roll me a presence and occult check real quick. It's a bit of a weird combo, but
What was a chance time? My bad.
no worries.
It happens.
There we go.
For the first time in a long time, it seems to be a bit of a weight lifted. And a bit of, well, warmth kind of rests on Leo's shoulders. At least while Leo stands here.
And a genuine looking smile briefly crosses his face.
Okay. And we follow the beams of light over and through the clouds over into the nearby forest where Alex and Caleb are chilling in their cabin.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, if what you guys really found out he's near here is true, that might be a good enough reason to try to go hunting somebody that's not supposed to be here. If you want. I'm not gonna force you into it.
Sorry, my mind is a blank. I might need a bit more.
The last
Okay.
place that the Jacobs were was in a house that was
Yeah.
close to this forest.
Yeah.
And you have the coordinates.
And you have the bracelet. And if they're near enough to the territory, Caleb's just saying, I mean, we might need to do a Siskadur soon, so not a bad idea. Be a good hunt.
Oh, you a lot.
Yeah. I mean, you've helped out where you can. Just, some of the people who are more in touch with the spirit part of things don't exactly like it, but I do my best to kind of keep balance, So don't worry about it. I'll give you a hand.
Thanks.
You know what?
Just
We can.
holding onto that bracelet real tight. Just not letting it go.
He puts a hand on your shoulder and he's like, well, We can make it a big thing, or we can keep it between us and we can see what happens. But in this one, as long as they're near our little neck of the woods, I'm a lot more free to help you this time.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anything that Alex would like to do with Caleb? You want to get the wolves together and go fuck up your dad?
Gonna
Or-
try, maybe.
Alright. Cool. So you guys
There
start
is no
getting...
guarantee that I can get the rest of them to help.
So you guys do start that motion to try to get that going. Okay. And then last, we reach charisma. And it kind of makes sense that you've kind of turned your room into kind of your little area, as it really sucks to move. At least for 6 days you're laid up. So working on the laptop, doing things like that, not doing much in regards to physical effort.
Oh
Hope
dear.
comes by.
How am I
Lethal
going to
damage
explain this to
sucks.
how am I going to explain this to my parents? Like, it sucks to move, but I'm thinking of moving.
Hope comes by a couple of times. Checking on you. Seems that she's come to terms with a lot of the things that you said. Do you guys, do you have any thoughts, ideas, wants on what you were going to do?
I'm thinking of. Okay, this is going to sound so like a sellout. I'm thinking of expanding my business. Like, I've some ideas on how to get more funds to do the things that I think I need to do to make this a thing.
Okay.
And it doesn't help to have like the personal computer of, well, kind of like a vampire kingpin of the city.
Man, some of these things are just weird.
Right.
Okay.
So, I still need to figure out where Mariah is.
You know that she went to Spokane, you know, all the stuff in regards to it. You've had a few days to work on this.
Yeah. I don't yet know if I'm going to blast her like out in wherever the hole she's hiding in, or if I'm going to try and lure her out somehow.
Do you want help with that?
I don't want to put you in any danger.
Well, you handled it just fine. Only one of you got hit?
Oh,
Sure. I'm sure you can do this just fine. She kind of like punches your shoulder very lightly.
Like, I didn't get hit in my shoulder, but it does, like, it is attached to my neck. Oof. Okay. I don't want to get you to get hurt. I don't want to put you in harm's way.
And if I play it safe and don't go following you into the vampire's den and just be the girl in the chair, is that fine?
Does Charisma know where Hope's skills lie?
At this point, you definitely would. I mean, she's not as good with computers as necessarily as you are. She's
Okay.
definitely more of the social type of aspect of things.
Right. Okay.
Whereas you kind of do things through tech, she's definitely kind of the person who can go and network and figure things out that way.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess it doesn't help. It doesn't harm to have a social butterfly like you around.
All right.
And I gently give her a hug.
She returns the hug. Okay, so what do we need to get over there then?
Well, and
there's a knock on your door.
I quickly put on a beanie to cover up my hair. What is it?
Your mom steps in and goes, "There's a letter from you, from your grandfather. For you. Well, at least his estate."
All right.
Turns out, well, things didn't go so good. But here it is. And she kind of looks at Hope and waves a little bit and goes, "Okay, well, I'll leave you to be. Don't have too much fun." And she slinks back out and closes the door.
Oh, that's so embarrassing. I'm sorry.
Hope chuckles.
And then, kind of like leaning my head against her shoulder, I take the envelope, open it, and start reading.
Because I am not horribly familiar with legalese, what Charisma has gained is Charisma has inherited a decent amount of passive income related things like shares, patents, stuff like that.
Okay.
Generally speaking, it is tied to accounts. So mechanically, you do know that if you pull on a lot of these resources, it sends a red flag up.
Right, yes.
But in addition to that, there's also a title for a vehicle.
Okay. I take that information and plug it into I plug it into a car database.
Okay. It looks kind of old. It looks to be about like a minivan from the 80s.
Okay.
It just judging by the basic make of the car, or not a minivan, a full-size van. Sorry.
Okay.
That was my mistake. A full-size van from the 80s in regards to it, on at least how it appears through images. Saying, hey, well, if you do some of your magic on that, you might be able to sit there and not have to worry about couch surfing while you do this.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
Shame about Grandpa.
Yeah. It's almost fortuitous timing, though.
I suppose. You would have liked him. He was funny.
Okay. And as you guys sit there and talk about it and figure out some things to do, or get a plan together, Alex and Charisma, you may heal any medium or minor instability.
I only have minors, so
Go for it.
One goes down.
Toby, you can as well. We'll say that the thing in regards to what you're doing is considering healing instability or deepening.
And what about the lethal damage? Like you said,
lethal damage will be healed over time.
Okay.
You kind of, before you go get the vehicle, you kind of wait out the last of the 6 days, making sure that you're okay. Stuff like that, but that will be healed. Over time, just for the sake of character stuff, any damage, willpower stuff, you guys rest. You guys get to that stuff back for these characters.
Yeah, imagine that bruise Alex had was gone by now.
Yeah, that bruise was long gone. Bruises don't stay long. Okay. And so, with that, we will go ahead and close the chapter on this mini chronicle as time fast forwards nearly to a year over on the western outskirts of Spokane, where a dramatic event has happened. Someone's deciding if they're staying or if they're leaving. Someone's in a cuddle puddle in a burnt building. Someone's talking to a chop shop. And the last is bedding down in a motel room for the night. And with that, we will go ahead and end the session. And next session, we should be back with the old crew and see where that takes us.
Right.
Before we get going, though, there is this evening, if people are interested. I know most of the people watching are Europeans, but this evening on, I believe it's twitch.tv/Super Dylan. It's the word super, Dillin. There is a Changeling the Lost one shot, if people are interested. That is another Chronicles game in about 2.5 hours. If that's too late for you guys, I understand.
Oh yeah, definitely for me. But
there
Sounds
are
good.
VODs if you're interested in taking a look at that. It is for charity, so just figured that I would let you guys know, kind of broaden your horizons, take a step away from Deviants, and go look at the other Tortured Souls for a change. And with that in mind, I've been the storyteller this evening. I've been Alvarez. With me, back from his hiatus, I have had Toby, played by Red Ghost.
Good luck getting rid of me now.
welcome back.
Oh, it's been too long.
It has.
Playing the human on their first sacred hunt, I have had Alex, being played by Keistrith.
It's gonna be a fun time. I'm gonna have to close my eyes a lot. It's gonna be great. Or I guess, my friend could take over for a bit.
Oh
They're
boy.
less affected by that stuff than me.
Just a little bit. Playing Leo, the enigmatic loner who might have a little bit of gold underneath that frozen heart. I've had Min.
What?
And
Maybe
then-
at least some tarnished silver.
Maybe. And then playing the fortuitous Charisma, whose adventures will take them far from the city. I've had the Netherland.
Yay! I get a van.
And yeah, you guys enjoy the rest of your evenings. We'll catch you next time. Oh, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was fun. I do enjoy blasting some vampires. But thank you everyone for watching. I have been the Netherlad. I am the Netherlad and will be the Netherlad for quite a while. Next stream will be, I believe, tomorrow. That is something that I will have to see because this has run a bit late. I don't know how much how much energy I will have tomorrow, but if everything goes according to plan, next stream will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. and we'll be doing some world building, D&D prep, that sort of thing. Is going to be fun. Thank you very much, and I'm just going to leave you with that. Goodbye.